We live, baby. Sorry for the
TJ,
delay, guys.
you also you had it still sharing before you kicked that off, so the
I
minutes
did.
all doubled up.
Oh, was it? Oh well.
It sounded ridiculous.
Oh well, it works out. Sorry, guys, we're late. This time change is really destroying me right now, but it's all good. We're here. Only 10 minutes late, not too bad. Shout out to everybody in chat though. Who we got? We got Tommy in chat from Hawaii. What are you doing, dude? Go back in the pool or something. Shiny, J Hub, Eddie Z, Hugs Not Rugs, Jub. Oh, there's a lot of people in here already. Damn, everyone's upset we're late. Well, you guys are on time. Well, that's good.
Unfortunately, too, I'm not sure what the login. I don't have that side of the information. I leave that to you and Tommy on that one. So yeah, I probably wouldn't have ran it solo though. I probably still would have waited for you anyway. I don't have those brass balls like you did that one week.
What treat was that? I don't even remember.
I think me and Tommy went a little late on Blake's show. Not went late. We decided to stay longer than we were planning on originally,
Yeah.
and you had to start it up early. Maybe that was the space.
I think it was the space. Yeah. Space. Space is a little easier to kind of go solo dolo because you don't have to show your face and kind of hope someone else talks in there anyway. So it's all good.
It's a little different.
A little different. All right. So what do we got going on tonight or this week? What do we got talking about here? How's everybody doing tonight?
On the list for sure. Terrible. I hate this time change so much. And now we got to figure out, all the new plus, what UTC is at again. Remember doing that first year when the time change just happened?
Oh yeah,
when you first got into it, because we had just gotten used to kind of when the mint times were for the different mints and kicked it all off.
Yeah, 100%. Tommy's on the beach. Looks like my head's on the ape. Yeah, I know.
It does actually. I should have made that a little higher. That is so perfect. Damn.
Go in my chair a little bit.
Perfect.
All right, let's pull up some.
Is that where we kicking off here? Is Apes Society? Because I know we
pulling up right now.
Well, we talked about should we have that on our duo show last week? Just the two of us first time on the Wednesday podcast, and we were like, should we go into this Ape Society announcement? We decided to leave it off for the live stream. Then they had a whole bunch more announcements, so it actually ended up working out perfect.
Well, not only that, though, too, they posted a thread today explaining exactly what the CODAs was, a full summary of it. So I do appreciate that, and then posting that today before we went live, because I was trying to catch up on that a little bit.
Have you seen the website yet? Have you been able to check out the website?
I have not seen the website yet. I'm all 6s and 7s coming in late.
So far, I mean, we're waiting on the probably through the link in the Discord. I'm not sure if it's through their actual main site. I can find it here. I'll pull it for you.
Okay.
But that's the mint coming up here on what is it, the 15th and 16th? Pull that up, TJ. I'm looking for this.
Yes, I think that actually is is it the 15th? That was the 16th.
And then that'll give you access, and you're going to get through your passport. But the new site they came out with, I think 2 days ago, or is that today's announcement? Yeah, 2 days ago. And right now, it's just being able to check if you are for that on the whitelist.
Yeah.
Did you get to read through that thread then?
Yeah, I did actually. I did read through the thread.
It was definitely helpful because I remember that was the only other thing they posted at first before the actual was the whitelist plan. And I know we were looking at it all right, I can see this as an announcement. I'm not really sure there's project allocations on here. There's a lot of big names. I know these projects, but it was kind of what is this going to be actually for?
So the CODAs meant is the citizens of the Ape Society. That's basically what it is, and it's a passport. And passports have they come with the stamps, I believe, the stamps inside the passports. But what they were saying is I'll just read it here, so I don't want to butcher it. So every passport purchased on the secondary market will contain the identity of the previous owner's NFT, but the stamps, like if you build up the stamps tier or whatever, that all goes away, and you have to start over with that again. So it doesn't carry over to the next owner as far as the stamps go. And
that was even in their that was a video they dropped way back. Was it the start of the month? Where it was just that was the original, the day one of March. Yeah, here I'll link you the pull this up for us. It's in the private chat there. That was a video where it was and that's now what the website kind of has on it. Contains is that initial kind of video where the boat pulls up, almost like Titanic arriving. And you have these passports. Right now, you can check and see if you are on the whitelist for it. you know, if you're eligible for the mint coming up, if that wallet's working. And eventually when you get the mint, you're going to be able to like connect your passport and start like the actual access to the
Tom, your name is throwing me off because I saw the private chat and I kept thinking like, why is Tommy typing over here? And it's you
Oh,
the
how
whole
is he
time.
in here? Yeah, okay, I see that.
I'm
I
like,
didn't notice that.
yeah, I'm like, why is Tommy sending me links and shit? What is going on here? No, okay, good. This is very helpful. So this is the website you were talking about. Then I did not see this at all, actually.
And that's like part of that video that they had released. What I just looked at it beginning of March. Yeah, the first of March actually. And that's like a frame from it now. It's like part of their website. But yes, you can see, you know, they're getting some cool things going on here.
No, I do like that. Definitely what you said reminds you of like the Titanic. Oh, did you play the sound of this too?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shit, that thing was loud as hell. I don't know if you guys heard that. Who's shout out to chat. Who has the actual whitelist for this? Anybody that doesn't actually have an ape but has won a whitelist for this? Because I'm very curious to know if anyone actually won any whitelist spots for this yet.
And then they're also giving they gave some to holders like cabin holders.
Nice, Eddie.
Oh, there you go, Eddie. Yeah.
Well, no, they're allocating, I think 500. You have a chance of 1 in 500 to win for the cabins.
Yeah, 300. They're giving 300 whitelist spots randomly assigned to cabin holders that don't have an ape. Like don't have an ape but have a cabin.
Got it. So Clark said he has a whitelist. Got it. Won a whitelist and got one for holding. I don't know if they stack. Oh, they do stack if you have an ape. Okay, Tom said they do stack. That's good to know. Damn. So if you own a ton of apes, good for you. Because you're going to be minting a ton of these.
And that's going to give you access. I mean, do you have the full list, that graphic, just that one side of all the projects? I know some people are shouting them out in the chat there, but it's a quality list. When you see partnerships, you know, kind of like this. Yeah. It's not maybe partnerships, but
just collabs. I mean, I guess it kind of is a partnership. I mean, you're working together and you're joining forces to pass out the whitelist spots. It's kind of a partnership.
But I mean, that's pretty.
Here it is. I'll put it right here. I got it. I'll pull it up real quick.
Some of these too, you're seeing some that like we didn't get in on, or we may have like heard of and just didn't mint. That, you know, looking back now, like it'd be cool to be able to get a chance to get in on some of these.
Absolutely. There's no music playing, Tom. Just throwing me off.
Again. That's your.
I caught it this time though.
There we go.
Dang, Jack.
Bring it down like 2 tabs.
2 tabs, you got it.
Yeah.
Perfect. So 1 to 6 apes, 1 whitelist, 7 to 14, 2, and 3 for 15. Holy hat. But there's some big projects on here too that have the whitelist for that shit over here.
I wonder if that's Jack, if he had those 15 plus apes, or if he won some of those they were giving away in Discord.
Could have.
That's huge.
Jack, did you win those 3? Or are you just saying 3 total? Oh, so you can only have 3 total regardless. The stack. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, it's 1 in 300 will be ran out of cabin holders. I fucked that up. My bad. Oh, yeah, 0. Yeah, we do too. We don't have any either.
Yeah, right there with you for sure.
I
had my own Discord up. I thought, this is not your share screen. That psyched me out for a second.
I don't know if anyone. I mean, Tommy didn't even catch it. We posted Tommy's ape here for when he sold it. Little right before the run happened. I know he's upset about it, so I figured it'd be pretty funny to post his ape that he sold on our thumbnail.
If you're pulling that up here, I sent you the link in our Discord of the actual JPG listing. You got to go to the history on that, because it's been on a wild ride. Like from where it started, not even from like where Tommy sold it. Like before that, it's. Let's
see, trading history here.
Yeah, there's a lot of interest. You gotta keep going.
Damn. Okay, so it started at 170.
That's where the original purchase was a year ago. I wish they. I'm sure if you looked at the Cardano exchange, you could actually find the actual date. But yeah, that's crazy to me. And then I'm not sure, Tommy, if he's still in here, where he was at when he actually purchased it. I'm not actually sure. Remember what the actual
right here was. 575. I think he purchased it for.
Okay.
Oh no, maybe he bought it for 1420. Let's see. I'll find it right now. Which wallet it is. Taking a peek in time.
I hope not, because that person accepted
1420.
And then sold for 15?
Yep. Sold for 1,500. Dang, Tommy, getting put on blast over here. You're not even here to defend yourself.
That's a rough one.
To be fair, it hasn't sold since, though.
Yeah, but I mean, I think, you know, if they really wanted to, they could get it sold, you know.
Oh, well, now they can.
And also, absolutely. Tommy, the ADA he took, you know what I mean? It'd be fun to, someday he'll have to do that, you know, after an hour to defend yourself, Tommy. You'll have to go back and trace what you then took that ADA and put it into, and then what it became, because, you know what I mean? Back then, when you did that actual move, it was worth the time. So,
I'm pretty sure it was BBs. He just bought a ton of BBs.
Ton of BBs. That was yeah, that was his Thomas purchase. I think there was another one we found that was the Thomas that we tried to snag. It just didn't happen. Yeah, I see it sold 15. It was 1480 or 15. No, 1420.
No, it says right here 1,500. New.
Yeah, 1,500, 1420. We found it.
No lie.
80 right ADA profit, Tommy. Yeah, math.
We got it here.
And then did you also see? I don't know if you saw in their Discord. It's not just this mint they announced. What was the other one?
What are you talking about?
They brought up, it was, I'm trying to find the date. It was on the 9th, where they're doing like those merch within game. It's not their main focus now, of course, because this one's the most one coming up is the Citizens, but they have this poker set coming out now in their Discord and the public announcements. I was reading that the other day before our show. Or after our show. No, it was like on Friday.
It's in their Discord.
Yeah, it's in their Discord. So now like they're gonna have, so like the roles and stuff are more coming into play. You're getting to finally see that kind of come full out after the frames in that initial run. Now artists can be able to create like these boxes, cards, and ink, and then they're going to like burn the kit. The art kits themselves, like the craftsmen, I think, build and have to like buy them, I guess, or sell them or trade them or whatever they're going to do. The arrangement is, you know, within the community for the artist to use them, and then they're going to build these like poker sets, playing cards.
That's sick. They're really fleshing out their universe here. That's awesome.
I'm really interested just to see how this like kind of really kicks off, because the frame, of course, was like the big one because it had like the staking side of it, so everyone was really hyped up because they want to be able to stake. So now we're just kind of getting into more like, I don't know, even to some level, I think there's going to be like cosmetics and decorative stuff just for the cabin, where it doesn't really play like a staking role or creating, you know, income or money role. I'm curious to see how like people start responding, how popular this is, because they said all parts of it are going to be, it says in there, like all parts of it are, you can sell any part of it at any time or whatever within the marketplaces. So I'm curious to see like, you know, just how popular that is, how much it moves. It probably won't be a lot. But I do know like some of those things take a lot of time. We were looking at some of the time it takes with T-Comics.
Yeah. I am curious to know if they're going to actually, if they said this, I didn't see it, if they're going to actually make this an in real life merch. Like you can get this deck of playing cards. That would be pretty cool actually, to have like a memorabilia or something of that sort of these playing cards. That'd be dope.
I wanted to know, diamond hand trophy. Yeah, Tommy. All right. I mean, you saw you could sell it. We looked at it the one night. But I'm just curious, like, it'd be cool if you got to kind of create or customize some of the deck a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know what I mean? If it gets like minted and you can like, I don't know, some are sticking out of the deck or something. Like, I don't know what the actual process is going to be. I mean, you can see the little video there on the table. You can see some of the cards. It'd be cool if you kind of got to have some input into that if you're the one that actually creates it. I'm not sure how long, you know, we got to look. I want to look now at the craftsman kits, like how long that actually takes, like the investment time-wise. For those apes to make that. That'll kind of be like more, I guess, what leans into the value too, is if it's something you can make quicker or.
Oh, shout out to CB Hash. I said, yes, the card's real. There's a limited supply.
That makes sense.
Now, is that just to the holders, or anybody can go ahead and purchase that? I'm sure the holder is probably the first crack at it, but I'm just curious. I wonder too, like, let's say you have like 15 plus apes or so. I wonder if you can design the deck yourself with your own personal apes as the art inside the cards. That'd be pretty cool.
That's where it comes into like play, where, you know, these start like really going crazy, and, you know, they get a lot of people involved and engaged. If you have those kind of setups where it's like, oh, you need the craftsman to make these, and these are going crazy. Well, I have the craftsman and the artist, so I give myself the kits, and then I get to paint them. Like, I don't have to make a deal with anyone. I'm not like fighting on the secondary. marketplace, not like, within their own site, they're going to have like all that functionality where you can get those trades off and stuff like they're going to have in the Discord. So if you have that set up, you're good to go.
Well, yeah, you're in the money with that one. I wish we had a dang, bro. We messed up so bad with not getting an ape last year. Oh.
It's one that's not even like obviously for the financial side, but just because of the. I mean, you can always jump in, TJ.
Yeah, sure. I'll just 9,000
just because
Absolutely.
of the community itself and what they actually have like developing.
Well, it's just a strong community overall, and they also have a great ROI. Honestly, I'm just gonna call it out. The society token that people are making from their apes and it's a return monthly. Like I know Chronic is making a nice little profit just from staking in his frames with his apes he has. So there is a monetary benefit for sure of holding a ton of apes.
It's nice to see that like really pay off. It's one of those things that everyone's waiting for. Like with every project, you're always like waiting for that next stage, like waiting for the staking to come out, waiting for their coin to come out, because that's when things are going to be able to like, oh, then I'm going to be able to start seeing some money myself as I continue to hold and wait for those next steps to come up or whatever. And then when you see it actually come out and then they actually do all right with it, or they're, also making it in such large volumes in those cases, but still. Also, I meant to mention this when we saw Tommy's 8 there, the one that was it 170 with the initial purchase?
Yes.
The original sale, 170. It's just cool seeing that as far as how long it took them. They had some higher floors, but then, to see where they're at now and to see that a year ago. So, we do have projects that may not seem like they're doing much. When you had that back then, you're buying for 170, then for 350. There's projects, hopefully, not saying that all of them are going to get to 9K, but it helps put it in perspective sometimes. I forget that a lot of projects had a starting point.
That is a cool feature, but if I was the 170 person and I didn't have any more apes left over, I would be like,
oh, well, that's different. I'm just saying though, for us, like to remember that, like, we only got new projects that maybe sitting around like a 200 floor or less than 100 even, just, that all these projects kind of had to start somewhere. And it takes, only a few announcements when they really start things going to really make them just go crazy.
Well, you can even argue like there's at least 5 to 10 top tier projects that that are still under 1,000 that you could potentially profit on in the next 6 months to a year easily. And I'm just
especially how far along some of them are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
CB Hashtag said 1,000 income a month in society here. Damn.
See, there you
That's
go.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that is cool. All right. Well, unfortunately, we are not minting Ape Society or the codas, I should say, because we didn't get a whitelist, unfortunately.
You still have your cabin?
The cabin? No, I don't have the cabin anymore. I did sell.
Oh no, take the snapshots.
No, it's a 1 in 300. 1 in 300 of them are only getting allocated. I'm not going to win that. I don't have that kind of luck. There's no way.
I don't have the Riz. Tommy would win that. He's going to probably come back and be like, guys, they messed up. I don't even have the cabin anymore. They somehow have me on the list still, and they sent me a white list.
The airdrop.
Crazy. We were doing a helicopter tour over Hawaii. I just did it on my phone real fast. Man, today it was like the 101. No big deal.
I like the Riz and Tommy. This is great. All right. So next coming up, one that we are minting though, and we get to talk about a little bit more too, because they have a little more insight on Flipr, is the Goofy Gophers. I'm definitely pumped for them. I'm going to pull them up real quick. So it's finally happened. I am curious, though, if Flipr is going to drop the same day as they're minting, or is it going to be beforehand? I kind of would hope that it would be beforehand so everyone can kind of play with the site first. If you're listening, let's do it beforehand.
Yeah, that's not something I'm not that's going to be in their marketing strategy, I'm sure. I guess depending on how closely they're, putting all their eggs in that Gopher basket, they want to come out first, get it up and going, get their little bit of hype going.
Yeah.
Let's ride that wave next day. Definitely possible.
They had a nice...
this is one that, as we've talked about more, like I'm going to be minting one now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Especially after getting to talk to them. That was actually one that like I wasn't so sure about at first. I was just like, I'm not really sure. There's these projects that are doing have this real world side of things, as opposed to more like the digital online side, Web3. And I'm just kind of like, so far, I just am not as familiar with it or haven't seen it actually come into like practical use. But after getting to talk to them, it's like, oh, this is already up and running. You already have like land and like machines coming, and you have like a plan on what to do with and allocate certain parts of the mint profits to buy more machines to kind of continue this development. So I'm interested for sure.
I'm very curious the return. Then they added 2 new tokens today, the Dash and Nervos one. They added that in their splits. I've honestly never heard of those two. I'm gonna have to look into them a little bit more, but it's cool that they're adding more and more cryptocurrency to it. I think that's great. Goofy Gopher going to be my last mint for a while. Yeah, I can see that. Well, what's coming out next month?
We got Her Monsters.
Well, no, yeah, Her Monsters I think is the same, runs that this weekend. But as far as after that, I mean, they have Platypus, Cyberpunks. I'm probably going to get into, of course, Project Spark. I get on that. Can't think of anything on the top of my head now. What else? But Goofy Gophers is one I'm going to be holding on for a long time, honestly. Yeah, it's right here. I got it right here, the allocation. I think they cut down the percentage from Bitcoin and Cadena. Stag too. Stag, see, the thing with Stag is I don't know too much about them. I know they got a lot of hype. There's a lot of big community around them, but I still have yet to do enough research on them yet. But I know they're a good project coming out. I know a lot of people.
I sent 2 things in our Discord. We got them, and there was another one. It's the Brave Dogs.
Okay.
Look here again before we won't jump into this too much. First, we got I don't get more Gophers here, but yeah, that's the other one I wanted to look at tonight. Genesis Dog Tag are coming or out or whatever. Doing the Brave Dog.
Oh, they're the 15th. Okay, cool. So Goofy Gophers did say Flipr will launch before. So shout out to them in the chat as well. Kodos Gophers, yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Or the Kraken. Yeah, the MX Bill, see, forgot about that. Let's see who we got here.
That's another big one. Yeah, for sure. I quickly forget that. All money, all day.
So we did get some, I don't know if you spread the chat, Tom, but Ryan from Goofy Gophers did say that it's confirmed there's hardware minting, mobile minting, and gift minting. So you can mint to a friend's address for the Goofy Gophers mint. So that is very cool.
That's and very cool.
I like that a lot.
So,
for example, like for Tommy's instance, he's out of town. Maybe he has some trouble minting. We can mint to the friend's address. I think that's a pretty dope feature. I like that a lot.
Yeah, now no more minting for him and holding it hostage for a fee.
Yeah, exactly.
That is a very cool feature because it's just definitely something that's difficult in our space too. Sometimes it's just frustrating when you are busy on certain times, and then some people just have that more available time, or they're at home more, they work from home possibly, and it's just like this pisses me off. You're at home all the time, you get every single minute. And
yeah,
like we're on the driving around all day.
Very difficult. That's my biggest
especially
issue.
without the mobile side of things really with any of these.
And the one time I tried to use the Flint wallet, I'm not shading Flint wallet because I fixed it like within 30 minutes, but I went to try to mint with it and I missed out because there was an issue with my wallet not showing my ADA amount. And I sent it over there and I was kind of freaking out. I was like, shit, did I send the wrong address? But I saw a couple people have the same issue. But I think that's one of the only ones that you actually can get access to the browser or the DApp of JPG and kind of purchase from there. But other than that, I can't use a mobile at all. It's not enjoyable. So I'd be very curious to see how the mobile integration is going to work with that. But I am excited. I'm
trying to walk, your wife through it as well, which is
yo, she
gets frustrated doing it.
I FaceTimed her and I was like, okay, show me the screen. All right, click that, click the top right, connect wallet. Here's the password, type it in, and it wasn't working. Like, all right,
that's the thing. Like, yeah, when there's a problem, it's just like I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm over this. And I got 2 kids here, so
yeah. That's literally the problem. And there was a queue. She's like, I keep checking. So, shout out to Goofy Gophers. We definitely will be minting. Hopefully, Tommy can get to mint. If not, with the friends mint, we'll take care of that for him. No problem.
I would think he's going to, right? That's the day he comes back, or the day after or something.
Yep. Sorry, I was reading something.
I think it's 24 hours too, so it should be all good.
I wonder if. Let me see something here.
Let's see it.
Let's see it. Let's see it, All right, I can pull it up here. All right.
This background without 3 people, so much of it's available, and I can just see Tommy smiling at us on that stupid chair.
I know, I'm kind of jealous. Dang. What do you think of the colors?
Oh, I mean, blue solid, sure, for sure. Definitely positives. moving smooth.
I will say I like it better than free roam, the look of it already. What do you guys think of Flipr? Are you guys excited in chat for Flipr, or are you going to be still using JPG or using both, or what's everyone's sentiment on that? I'm very curious to hear everyone's opinion on the marketplace. I know a lot of people are saying, the competition is good for the space, which I agree. You can't just have one main marketplace the whole time. So I'm curious to see where everyone kind of migrates to.
I mean, obviously we don't work for JPG, can't speak for their inner decisions, but I mean, it's felt like they've came out with a couple new features recently.
They did.
I think even they're feeling the competition with this one. They're actually like, oh, we need to like kind of show up a little bit because these guys are looking a little more serious as far as being able to take some of our business away. So it's interesting to see that.
I did notice too, like they have the on JPG side, they have the offers now. Just a blanket offer from people that you could easily instantly sell your NFT with. And now it's obviously a below floor offer, which you can sell a lot of the projects instantly now. I mean, it's probably not a price that you want, but you can do it. So that is I saw that feature just this past weekend, actually, that they rolled out. They could have been out for a week, but I just noticed it this weekend because I was checking some things out. So that's pretty cool. But I am excited for Flipr to come out. I'm excited to use it. And shout out to
interesting to see what Ghost Chain does. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, the Ghost Chain community. No, you're good. Yeah, the Ghost Chain community I know has been waiting for this for almost 2 years now.
Year
and a half.
Exactly.
Now. So I know they've been pushing this hard. Shout out to Slick for getting us involved with Flipr, Free Roam, and Ghost Chain. So he was one of the first people that really brought us into the Ghost Chain community. So shout out to him. I haven't heard of him and talked to him in a bit.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel a little guilty about that. It'd be nice to kind of check in a little more, get to talk to them, because I think sounds like they've obviously been busy with this. I'm sure it takes a lot of their time up getting new people in the community, but that was one that was kind of early brought us in, and that we got into just from kind of, I think, discussing things on our, the podcast side, and ended up getting connected with them, and that was really cool.
Yep.
We had a lot of fun with that too. They were a lot of fun projects.
They were a fun project. Hugs Not Drugs said, moving all my shit to Flipr. Need competition for sure. Yeah, we definitely do. I think it's healthy for the space to have a little bit of competition with stuff between projects and between marketplaces. And you know what, too, you can work together in some things as well. I don't know. And not to always be just one-sided all the time. Ghost Chains hasn't had to wait as long. Oh yeah, isn't I don't know for sure. Isn't the Magic Kongs or something coming out soon? I keep seeing announcements for that. I feel like
TM.
What's that?
Soon TM, yeah.
Soon TM.
Tarkov gets finished.
Yeah, you related them to Tarkov. Oh, it's so true.
It's been a long time though, especially for us being someone that's not in the community. So to have remembered how hyped up they were, just like how popular they were in their like height. When was that? I think last summer. And then that Magic Kong I remember using that specifically as one of the thumbnail images for the actual Friday show. And then for us, they just kind of really went silent on our end. I'm sure if you were within that community, there was still plenty of discussion and chatter and hanging out. But as far as just from the outside, it was kind of like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And then they announced it. It was like, oh fuck yeah, all right, let's see what happens. It's just like it was again back last summer.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Curly, I don't know. I saw a little bit of that too. I didn't follow the thread enough to figure out specifically what was going on. He said, what was the FUD last week with Kongs? I'm not sure. And Hug said, whale list majority of their assets. Okay. So people got up or were concerned that they were selling, I guess. Goofy Gopher says, JPG can't display on-chain Gophers. Flipr going to make Gophers come to live with a new metadata presentation. That's pretty cool. Very curious to see what that is. Profit last sale, really cool crafts and stuff. Furls are amazing too. Okay. Nice. I like we're getting a little insight from Goofy Gophers.
The idea that that JPG won't be able to kind of display them properly on that live store page. So it's actually like one of those kind of things where it's like, it may be, something they update later, but some of those things that it's like, hey, this could be kind of something that people start driving to, especially as some of these projects and their art gets more advanced and touched and more features come out in the actual blockchain side, that there allows them to do that kind of thing, where they don't have to worry about that, year and a half ago.
Yeah. Well, I remember even when they first, even a month or two ago, I think they did fix it now, but when I own one of the refreshes in a Woken algorithm, you couldn't see it without clicking on it to see it, either of them moving or see what the pictures were. So you just saw a bunch of the
Aeonium Sky.
Same thing. Yeah, exactly. Yep. So there, you didn't actually get to see them.
And they end up having to kind of use that like placeholder image too on top of it. So kind of like, I remember that was my thing when I mean, that was way back when I first started, but Cardano trees, I didn't understand it. That was like the one that Tommy got in early, and the placeholder image that they had there, where it was just that circle with the generic tree in it. Everyone's was the same. I just didn't, you know, some different colors, but I didn't understand it. And then when he said that he sold it back then for like, I don't know, 1,400 ADA when it was $2 an ADA, I was just like, I don't get why someone would buy this picture. But then, you know, when I finally understood and saw the actual picture, that was like, oh, it's a real tree that's like grown up, and at first it was nothing, and it rains, and there's like, you know, a life cycle and all this information on it. It wasn't just that picture, but being able to display that properly could be a big deal.
Absolutely. Not only that though, too, you get to see the NFT for what it is. You don't just get to see the static image of it anymore. Especially even Cardano tree is a good point, because it's a living tree essentially within the blockchain. So it changes as the season changes, as the time changes. So I think that's one of the other cooler projects that uses the tech to its potential.
Well, and then on the marketplace too, I don't know if you've like, I remember when we were looking early in, I was looking at trees like, oh, okay, I need to get in on something like this. And when you go to actually shop, especially one like our Aeonium Sky, the blocks are all the same. So you just need to look at the cheapest one that you're gonna buy. It's gonna be the same. But for something, or even like his car drop though, where they aren't the same, it's a good example. But especially the trees, when you are looking to buy one, it's impossible and it's annoying as hell because it's all the same image. So it's like this, you have to open like 45,000 tabs, then go and like remember which one's which, and go through this whole process to do that and compare, and it's just a pain in the ass.
Shout out to Tommy. Hit that like button or Cardano trees will die.
Oh, here's Brave Dogs.
I would say I want to go back to this. I know you mentioned this earlier. Brave. So what is this project about? I have not looked at this at all.
So they're going to be like a whole platform. Like they're going to be minting on like the Brave Labs, I think is what it's called, platform. What it's like within their own ecosystem. They're doing everything in-house. They're doing the minting themselves. They have dog tags out, which is like kind of like their pass. Sounded like the dog tags. That one is
X Pass, it says. Oh, Experience Pass. Okay.
And that was kind of given out, I think, similar to like almost like when we, you know, at least the closest thing that I've been involved with that I can relate it to is like when we got, you know, the invitation letters, things like that, where it wasn't, you know, a mint or anything. They gave them out to like members of the community, just like a chosen few. But there's not many minting. Yeah, it says right there. What's the? It's 333.
Yeah,
there's not many minting.
I'm kind of interested just for the fact that it's such a low supply.
And that'll be the experience passes there, as far as I understand. What they're showing there, that's not the dog tags that they've given out. My understanding.
Are the dog tags in secondary right now?
Yeah, they should be. As far as like I said, as far as I know, they've been giving them out already. Over here. Been, like passing out.
Okay, 325 floor. That's cool.
Yeah.
I actually like those dog tags. They're pretty cool looking.
You're not sharing those. You're still sharing Twitter, but yeah.
Shit, my bad. Share this tab instead. There we go. The only thing I don't like about StreamYard is it's not as smooth and fluid as Restream was. Like if I would have done that in Restream, it would have instantly already picked it up what I was sharing.
Or crashed computer.
That's true.
I think Tommy's lagging right now. He's not even in. He's at home. His computer at home right now. Just started smoking for no reason. Okay, so that's a pretty thin floor. There's not many of these either, though. Look how many there are.
No.
Not quite as
owners. Damn, that is a thin floor.
So yeah, I mean, if it's beyond that, I know it's going to be their own platform. They're going to be making like tools and things like that, which I mean, we'd like to hear for the space, you know, as far as what we're going to actually get to see. We'll see. I guess it's still very early, but they're planning on, you know, it's one of those like we want to enhance and build in the space and build these tools that other projects can use. And one of them, I think the big one that they're going to show is this minting platform. So I mean, that also, you know, obviously I think they're going towards kind of like an exclusive group with these passes with the low mint number. I'm sure that's also like a, you know, a softer start as they get that minting platform rolled out. You don't want to probably jump off the bat with like 10K height project. So, but it'll be interesting to like follow along, you know.
That's a good little find you found.
I mean, I remember when they were also one of the ones I saw them they retweeted it because they were on that list that we used to go over on Blake's show was at the top tweeted projects. They were hyping that up. I think Stags, you were just talking about them. They were on there, I'm pretty sure, as well.
Yeah.
Top list. I just remember though, like when invitation letters were, at one point around that lower, much lower than they are now.
So what you're saying these could potentially get to invitation letter status?
Yep, Nafafa though, but yeah, sure.
Nafafa.
Nafafa.
We need to have like a little emote or something that comes across the screen when we say that. Nafafa. Like whisper it. Shout out to Timmy, Cardano Ecosystem, in the chat. Well, maybe we'll get to talk to him soon, and see how he's doing with the Raccoon Syndicate. Maybe we'll get to chat with him.
Probably big things coming up there. Yeah, for sure. That's another one that we've been pretty much what we've been talking about.
Yeah, that's definitely another one too.
And next step,
for the game to start and roll out. Very fun advice. Shooter McGavin. Anybody else? Does anybody have any Brave Dog tags or know about the Brave Dogs? That is the first I'm seeing of it.
They're coming up those. What? They're like
2 days.
2 days, 15th. Okay, but I mean, again, that's one's whitelist only. So yeah, unless anyone in here has one, we're all gonna be watching along. So I'm going to see how that goes though.
So 300 total, and you need an experience pass to mint the whitelist. Got it. Who gets the first Nafafa license plate? I don't know. Tommy's already probably ordered it. It's gonna be at his house when he gets home.
That's a Tommy move. That sounds like something. Tommy's all about that. And then, so wait, Stag Alliance. So that was the other one. Have you got to look through that much?
A little bit. Not enough to do it justice. I will pull it up now though, because this one I know a lot of people in the space have been talking about it, and I want to do them I don't want to do them a disservice by butchering what they have going on.
Moose Slayer.
Pull it up.
Moose Slayer has that experience pass. There you go.
Are you gonna mint Moose Slayer? What do you think about it? I'm curious to hear everyone's opinion on the Brave Dog, because like I said, this is the first I'm hearing of it personally. But I know Stag Alliance.
Don't worry, I'm still with you.
Okay.
No, I was looking. Pull up their website as well while you're just loading that. But you can stay on the Twitter. But I was just saying, get that loaded, because it was something like
the website or the vision paper.
I was looking at the website. I mean, you can pull up both, but I wanted to kind of look through the website. It's something. There's something about the NFT itself where it was reminding me of like the earlier mints that we used to get involved in that were also like very much PFP projects, but just seeing kind of like the higher detailed texture of them. It's kind of like we're getting into those next levels where they're not just like to fit on Twitter. And we've seen plenty of projects that have detail and texture, but these ones, I liked them. I like the backgrounds quite a bit too.
The backgrounds are cool. I'm looking at one right now, pulling one up. It says a Conjure Stag. It says like pretty cool. I want to know, because I know they have a lot of utility. There's a lot of stuff going on for them. I just need to really dive into it. Umania Business in caps lock says, I'm minting this shit. Tell me why. Why are you minting them? Educate me. This is the first I'm really kind of diving into. I know we touched on it a little bit a few weeks ago, but I still have not looked into it. I like the collaboration with Big. Yeah, I mean, big collabs are good. Those are always good. Good collabs.
Oh, if you go to their there you are on their Twitter too. They have like a decent. It's not as like in depth, as to why, but the just basics on like what they're kind of starting to do. It kind of gives you some more.
Yeah.
An overall preview, like there's a lot. It's a lot deeper than that. You can see like they have royals. They're gonna have 20 royals. They have 300 portals. You know what I mean? What are the portals going to do as far as playing in? That's one that's like going to be a little deeper. They have the clans. They have the factions. I don't know the numbers on those. I just taking notes.
And they're the 22nd to the 23rd. So they're next week.
Yeah, that's correct. Yep.
Okay.
And then I mean, it's just one that I've never been as big like huge on deer specifically, but I think they accomplished that pretty well.
so I'm not huge on deer, but they accomplished it well.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's some animals, some of these spaces, you know what I mean? Like I think otters are badass. Like space otters gotta be bad. Like otters, they'll do some work. A deer I'll go either way on, but I think as far as their art goes, like, and that was what I was saying. Now that I'm back, sorry about that. My cat was driving me crazy. The backgrounds and things like that, where it kind of still gave me some vibes of like, I don't know, just what, like, when you get into PFP projects, it just had that like kind of really, what I'm used to. But they're just, I was just noticing how much more in depth and how much more detail. it kind of lets me be like, oh, I'm kind of excited about this because I'm proud of like the community that we kind of demand like this more in-depth, detailed look or a little more creativity that goes in. That one's, I like that.
This one,
yeah, that one, yeah.
This one looks intense.
The Batwings.
Sure. I like the background lightning here. It looks cool as shit.
That's what I mean. Yeah, they got some cool things going on.
Every time,
of course, the first one have cool backgrounds, but just there wasn't a lot of plain ones. I just remember when we would get a project and background would be like red, blue, yellow, and like that would just be it, just like a yellow square as the background. There was no other effort. Like then there was rarities given to that. Like, oh, I got the blue background. It's only on 5% of them. And it's like, why? Like, why is that one good? Because it's 5%, so it's exclusive, but it's just blue or something.
That's literally like legit half the project that came out like a year and a half ago.
It was just like, what's your background? I got green. And you'd see something like this, and it was like that was like the big ones. Those were the really crazy ones. And now they have ones that are like, city skylines. There's the portals. That's there's one of the portal examples.
Every time I see portals like this, though, it legit makes me think of Burning Crusade, World of Warcraft. Every time, because that one looked just similar to that.
So the Netherworld portal looks like too. To play some Minecraft.
True.
A lot of portals. Diablo's portals. Town scrolls.
Oh, so there's kings and queens too.
There's a whole royalty. There's a whole royalty.
Okay.
20 royalty members or something like that.
So are they kind of doing like an Ape Society thing eventually, or is that where they're leading to?
I mean, I'm sure it'll play somewhat into the weight and lore and community. Definitely. I don't know if it'll be. I'm sure they're trying to do their own version of it now. But they're trying to get just that extra. I like that when the layer, not just the layers of like or the rarity. It's not just as simple as like my guy has the funniest hat on, so I'm rare now. It has the funny hats, and that gives you that rarity. Then you also have this other royalty class. Same with like when you see Raccoon Syndicate, where they have these like really detailed and crazy extra little utility pieces. Some of them are like badass weapons, and then other ones are like kind of funny and goofy. And then they also have like that general status and things like that, or the multiplier. You see like those extra layers that kind of add on, or even if one has maybe what you would normally call like more common or uncommon traits, items, hats. They have maybe like that special multiplier, special ranking. It bumps them up a little bit more than what they would.
And here's when we talk about the clans here.
They're clans and factions, I think.
10. So royals, politics.
Yeah, I like that one with the big man in the background.
Oh, that is a nice one. That's cool.
Yeah. Or Tower London. That's Tower London.
Oh, this is Big Ben.
No, Tower London's on.
Oh, right here. Yeah. You're right. I didn't even see that. Good call. Conjure.
These you can really see. I mean, obviously these ones. That one's cool too. Stonehenge.
Yeah.
That one's actually really cool. I like that quite a bit. Some of these,
the bubbles in the pipe though. That's a cool little feature to the smoke.
I like that for sure. I had one of those when I was a kid. You have one of those?
Yeah, that's why I think of it as little toy pipes that you got going around.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. I had that, and then I had the little lawnmower. These blow bubbles. I had to just double check that, like, because a stag's a male deer. I don't know. Someone give me like I keep having to pull myself back from saying goat. It does kind of have the like the little like billy goat beards. Yeah, the little
exactly.
Yeah, goatee, exactly.
Yep. Big Bang just comes something so bold. Okay. I just want to know like specifically what's going on, because why are they so up? Yeah, they look cool, like what they have going on and everything like that, as far as the art, the passes and stuff. But I want to know specifically like. Anyway,
so this is one I remember when we were looking at originally for the project, that they have the governance system, and you're going to be like really helping shape the world, vote on storylines, vote on project developments. That's just always one that makes me like a little bit like nervous. It just depends on to what level they leave it up to. Like there's times where we've seen plenty of projects, they like have a type, they're gonna like, hey, we're having our airdrop finally. You all know about it. We've been releasing information about it for like 3 months now, but we're gonna let you decide on how we do the mint or something.
Exactly.
And that's okay for me as long as we just saw a lot of projects that are like, we're going to let you guys be involved in the direction of the story. And then it never goes anywhere because everyone forgets and no one votes on anything. To just keep everyone involved and engaged is the main part of that it makes me nervous.
Yeah.
It asks a little bit more from the community.
Well, it does. They do have
definitely
a plan for sure. They have the make the clans. They have a gamification as far as XP. It seems like for which stags you guys have. So there is some sort of gamification as far as that go. So that is nice that you have a plan with that. I'm probably gonna mint it honestly, just because I'm all about the hype. I'm all about the hype, and I like the art. I like the passes. So I'm
nothing's really
try to.
A little bit of an off week too, slower week. We have some time.
Absolutely, definitely. All right, let me stop sharing that. I did hear in a space last week, not Stag Alliance at all, a project. I'm not going to throw shade to them, but they were on I forget which show it was specifically. Basically, they're going to be minting, and then after they mint, they're going to ask the community what they should do with the funds. It's like,
that's not what I want to hear.
That's
not
what I want to hear.
It's just maybe like specific small allocations or portions that are like put aside to do like fun community things. Sure, then like if it's a community thing, then involve the community in the decision for what they want to do. But as far as the overall, like you should know this already. In fact, you should have told me already what's going to happen
100%
before I give you my money. My opinion.
You're just making a project and just see what the community wants to go with it. Like what?
Yeah, you can't. It's not enough to just be like, hey, yeah, we're just going to make these funny little pictures and then. Hopefully we get someone real smart on the community that can like just tell us what to do after that. Maybe they can come work for us for free in the Discord. That'd be cool. We'll give you mod.
Yeah, Moose Slayer community says give it back. I agree.
yeah, exactly.
What's up, Ken? How's it going?
Yeah, that's stuff that we used to hear. That's something we used to hear a long time ago that was just not like it didn't really go that well. Early on it was cool before there was a lot of projects and as much time to be invested in every different little project. Back then we had less projects to kind of cover, so the idea of it was like, oh yeah, it's only like every week we got one big project that I got to join the Discord and just stay in for a week to keep up with it right now.
Well, that's just like even back then too. Like we didn't care what the utility was. We were just getting in and getting out the same day.
Exactly.
Didn't care at that time. I mean, most of the people in the space that have been in space this long, they had the same idea and sentiment as that. Get in and get out. Now it's definitely space has evolved to like, all right, well, what do you got going on?
There was very few projects. There was a few back then that we would be like, oh, it's like a real deal. It's a hold one. Don't sell it away. But for the most part, they were just like, yeah, this is just like unless you want to rock his profile picture, flip it for sure. Zip and flip all day.
Zip and flip.
Unless it was like like when you had clays, it wasn't like, oh, we're just looking to resell our clays. It was like, no, hold on to that.
Dogs on the chain, top tier prod. Yeah, that's right. You got it, Tommy. You already know that. No, I wanted to pull this up because I did see that they were teasing airdrop. I'm guessing they were gonna do like that one on Ethereum. I think it was Blur. So I'm curious when they are airdropping that. Was it Blur or Burr? Was it Burr or Blur? I don't remember. Make it go Burr, something like that. So I hope I get a nice little allocation because I've been selling and buying in JPG for the past year now. So hopefully get a nice return.
I'm curious
back.
How they're going to decide that. To pick people that are members and use it and actually have like actual transactions, or it'll be interesting.
Call them out, Toad Nipper. What about BB, Tommy? Top tier?
Let's get. Wait, where are they at right now?
What are we looking at?
BB.
Oh, don't do it, Tom. Yo, we're definitely gonna talk our Monsters game. Don't you worry about that. We're pulling that up here shortly. We're minting that this weekend too. Tommy.
My BB Web 3.3.
Let's see.
That's not actually what they go.
Okay. All right. There you go. Fire sale. Tommy was here. I'll tell you. Nafafa. Still got my BB, Ken says. Oh, jeez.
Been a little slow on Twitter, we'll say. Tweet February 10th. It was tweet February 23rd. The last one.
Well, Tommy's probably got half the allocation on that one. So
and I'll tell you, he's got a wallet full of thingies.
He is probably like, man, I want to say something right now. Don't worry, Cross. I'll put it back up.
Yeah, well, it's all right, Tommy. Don't worry. This video will come back to like just absolutely destroy us in like a year when they're
like
4 piece.
Yeah, something. Exactly.
Just playing this on loop on Twitter.
Exactly. They're probably roasting us.
Look at what these guys said. They think they're experts on everything. Fucking idiots.
I'm not hating it. I mean, I didn't mint it. I'm hating on Tommy, like, boosting this thing up.
That's where I'm at. That's it's kind of what I was trying to get at. Yeah, Hugs Not Rugs is where they don't have like, I mean, maybe they have their communities a little more active. That could be a part of it to be within that community, but it just kind of seems like, come on, we're at 19th floor here. Let's get a little more like something going to get some engagement going on Twitter, get some hype going. Whether it's just like being creative and having someone kind of interacting with people. You don't want to see kind of the page a little bit dead.
I think that's the thing, though. I think projects, if they're just active a lot or, vocal with the community, that helps, obviously. That goes a long way. But when you're quiet for a long time, that's just not a good sign. You need some sort of update weekly. I'm not saying daily, but at least give me weekly updates about what's going on.
These weekly spaces and stuff we see.
Get
projects.
And this is not just to JV. This is for all projects. Just a little, bit of insider advice from people who have been in space for a bit. Exactly.
Take our streamer hat off here.
Yeah. Just show up to spaces a little bit more. Just show up to the community and just be vocal about what you got planned or what you want to do with your project going forward. That's all we're asking for, honestly. At the end of the day.
Even if you have an announcement planned, you know what I mean? At least give us some of that. Like, hey, we have an announcement. It's going to be next week. We're planning like Wednesday or Thursday. Stay tuned. Like, even something that goes a long way. Even if it's not exactly ready by then, and you've already announced the date, come out and maybe explain a little bit of part of what you can explain or what it pertains to, and explain. And people are more understanding and more open to listen to like, hey, they at least came and explained it wasn't quite ready, and they're going to give us like another update in 3 days when it is finalized or something. And as long as you hopefully don't miss that second one.
100%, I agree.
At some point, you just got to get your deadlines hit too, as well. Because if you're not making deadlines, you can't make announcements and hit those deadlines, then we got a problem with the project development. Right?
Well, the project who does not have a problem with that, is Her Monsters. They posted something just 17 minutes ago with some new updated pics here. These look so sick. I cannot wait to mint these this weekend.
I'll be interested to see how it goes for sure.
Look at this
one. What we've seen recently.
The beard. I want that.
All right. I don't know about the snake on the back. That kind of psychs me out.
You don't like the snake? Like he's Voldemort?
Oh, yeah.
Well, like the little cloud head over here. I really like this art a lot, though. I think they're going to do really well. The bullet in the mouth here, that's different.
I was going to say quite a few there. That's the mystery machine?
What's that?
The wallpaper. Isn't that like the logo pattern on the mystery machine?
Oh, Scooby Doo.
Yeah, one sec.
I like this trippy little background here.
Look at this one. Like big daisies. I thought it was more of a pattern. It's not though.
With the cat in the backpack.
Have you seen those backpacks too? That's actually awesome. I like that quite a bit. That's nice. Sorry, you got me sold. That's
look at that meow.
They sell those though. You can buy those backpacks.
Do they really?
For your cat to ride around in. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
That's intense.
That's hilarious. It's got the pipe. Really damn. That's a serious ass weapon too.
This one's clean. Just the smoke drifting off the colors of it. This one came out really good. So the 17th, Her Monsters, man. I am pumped. We are pumped to get this. Someone let me.
Have they announced a snapshot yet when they're doing the?
I do not know. Not quite sure. Let's see. Tomorrow evening will be. Oh, this was already closed. So the nominations are closed now. The past few days. So if you didn't nominate by then well, missed your chance of that, I guess. You got to get a apartment.
Oh yeah, because it's not an airdrop. That's right. I'm mixing it up. That's correct. Whatever you got actually nominated.
Yeah.
Go back up. Do you see that little Mortal Kombat video they had?
Where is it?
A little bit more. There you go.
This?
For a second, I thought that was our video. Remember we did that for the
Oh yeah.
Who was that with? Veggie
Mates. Yeah.
Right, for sure.
Snapshot not announced yet. What is this then? What am I looking at here? What's this?
They're not believe taking like an actual snapshot. It's just whatever address was nominated is the one that's getting added to the whitelist. So there's nothing to actually like snap within your wallet. There's nothing to send around.
Wouldn't it be a snapshot if you have apartments though?
Yeah, but I'm sure isn't that? I thought it was just like all done up as far as that goes.
Like they see it live, like if you have an apartment or not in your wallet.
That I don't know. If they announced that, I'm not sure about that. I meant more than nominations.
Yeah, the nominations are done though. What to do before a snapshot? Tommy says they're gonna move. He feels like BB is moving to ETH. That's interesting.
Bold play, Cotton.
That is a big bold play.
Update coming soon. They did say that on the 8th. Someone said and responded to their recent post, said, "Any update, friends?" And they said, "Update coming soon." So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, this is another one I'm definitely, we've been following it for so long. So it's one of those ones that, like, hopefully that's the harder part, is like we get excited because it's been so long, but then also like it does have all that extra hype that it builds up over that time period. So
yeah.
But after getting to talk to them so much and getting so much deeper into the project, I'm excited that much more.
Did you see anything about that Silicon Valley Bank situation?
Yeah, for sure.
That was
like, yeah.
God, what did it go? What did they buy in today? Like $40 or something, $38, some shit like that. Crazy. From 300, they crash all the way down. I forget that guy. You know that guy, that money guy that's on TV that like talks really loud. Yeah, he was talking. I think there's a clip of it like 3 weeks ago or something saying that 300 or whatever was still a good time to buy in. Hopefully, people do not take his advice then, because damn. That shit.
Oh, that would suck. I mean, that sucks for him. Like, it's just like, fuck. That's like when you're the weatherman and you're like, it's gonna be a beautiful day. You should go outside and like go fishing for 8 hours. People plan that, and it's just like thunderstorms all day. You just got, oh wow, yeah, that's not a good call. It's bad. It's like, yeah.
I am excited or curious for all these mints coming out, that I'm hoping that new people come into this space. You got a lot of, especially, and I say specifically Goofy Gophers, just because I love all the ones that are coming out, but Goofy Gophers has a real like return of investment, right? So there's a way to generate income in a sense with their mining. So I think that one for people is going to be a hold. So I feel like the floor price is going to be higher and the listings are going to be low for that reason. So I think that might be a draw for people to come over here and take a peek at least Goofy Gophers for something like that, because I know that's what they play like that over there in ETH.
And that's all I was going to say, though. That's something where I'm not as familiar enough with the other blockchains and the projects they have. Like, for all I know, they maybe have many projects that are doing some sort of like mining like that to kind of give them some sort of return back. But I do agree with you on the point, though, that hey, they are going to have a lower cost to entry as far as relative to most projects over there on the east side.
Yeah.
And they also already like not, they have things to show already. They have numbers to show. They have equipment and land, and they're up and running already with their like, hey, this is what we're going to do. It's not like, hey, what should we, they're going to have some parts of the community are going to get to be involved and engaged as far as like what I believe gets mined, throughout it. But it's not like they know what they need to do and what the next steps are and where the money's going. It's not like, hey, so we minted now, guys. What were we supposed to do with this now?
Yeah.
What's the next?
Shooter said the more minted Goofy Gophers, the more miners bought, which means more rewards for holders. That's absolutely right. 100%. Tommy makes a good point too. I feel like since most of these projects are minting this month, someone is going to have a tough mint because of liquidity. I agree. I think there is a lot this month. I think there's at least 5 or 6. And I think out of those 5 or 6, we're interested in all of them. Her Monsters, Goofy Gophers, Stag Alliance, Platypus Cyberpunks, and I know I'm missing another one. I apologize for not remembering. I think Blake's doing next month, but there's another one I'm missing. But there's 5 or 6. Yeah, they're going to be. I'm very curious to see how well they do, because so far it seems like when we mint projects on Cardano, it's a lot of recycled liquidity into the space. As far as
people are going to selling off other projects, the projects sometimes when we got these hype mints come, those other projects dip a little bit because people are trying to sell them off to get that money.
100%. I mean, even like Apes Society floor, it's at 9,000. It's that's relatively low to what its all-time high at 15,000. I mean, it's high. Don't get me wrong, but Clay's at 3,000.
What's 9,000? Jeez, I mean,
no. What I'm saying is though, I would expect it to be a little higher because the coda's mint, but people are probably selling off for liquidity. Chilled Kong's 1150 now. Damn. Mallet order 850 too. They were over 1,000 for a period of time. So I think people, like you said, are just selling off and getting all these mints and projects. I'm reading chat here now. I'm like, wait list.
That's a good point, Crawfish. You're having trouble remembering what that other project was, TJ. It's probably not, good sign for them. But no, you always see that, especially when these other projects are also in those periods of development. You know, people kind of buy in and buy out as time goes, and they start getting more announcements, because sometimes it's like, this isn't doing anything for me. I can get ADA right now, invest in another project, maybe make some more money on it and buy back in to what I kind of, maybe, especially if it's one where I've had this since mint day, I've been just kind of waiting, I'll sell it and buy back into one that I wanted with like some of the profits that I made getting and acquiring other NFTs. And so that's a lot. I mean, like you said, that maybe under 1,000, but that Mallard floor is solid if you minted those on mint day.
It's still a profit, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. So if you've been holding those and you like weren't crazy on them and want to buy back in later because you still like, you know, believe in their development or want to be a part of the community, you don't need to have them in your wallet necessarily right now or all the time. You know, sell off 1, 2. You can do your mints as far as these other projects go, and then hopefully those projects do well. Hopefully you get a few of those. You can flip a couple of them, hold on to the ones you like, use those profits that you flip from. Now you have a free gopher and you bought back into Mallard. You get to kind of take your pick as well.
Definitely.
Possibility.
I saw that Mallards are going to be at NFT New York, which is pretty cool. They're going to be there April 12th through the 14th. They're hosting an art event during the NFT New York City. So that's dope. Their first in real life event, and they're going to have merch, they said, free drinks and music. So that's pretty cool. So if you guys are in New York in April, check out that event with Mallard Order, because that looks like a good time. I'm jealous. Whoever gets to go, I would love to go to that shit. That'd be so fun. And they also have a let me pull it up here. They have a competition for 20 winners of an art competition. Let me pull this up real quick.
Are you talking about Mallard still? Tommy's over here hosting from chat right now.
What's he doing?
I agree with that last one. He said that I probably was pretty spot on there. And I agree kind of with the Stag thing. I think their art does look solid. I just think like seeing some things in the light paper where it has like that much, you know, uncertainty, I guess, as far as next steps. Not to say they have a detailed whitelist, and it is long. It's a lot more than we showed here. But I just agree that there's a lot to it, and people may not get all the way involved as far as reading all of that, and then see some things like that and kind of be like, I don't know about some of the parts of this where it's like community development involvement. Or some of these other projects either have that hype or community already behind it, or just really have the utility they're showing off already that's developed and built, like in Gophers' case. So I agree with that. I mean, I mean, Old Money, they got their community. I feel like that's done. I mean, they don't have to do anything. They got their community enough involved.
Well, I didn't forget Apes Society. They didn't announce a date yet, Old Money, did they?
I'm just saying, though. No, I'm just saying, Apes Society, both those, like, I agree. Like, community's going to take care of that. They could have no new people involved. They're going to sell out. Gophers, I agree. Gophers, I think, are the ones that are the most straightforward. They can show you what they're doing and tell you very simply what their like plan is, and they're just like, hey, we're just taking the money to invest in miners, and we're gonna use those profits to buy more and give some back to the community that got in early.
Oh yeah, Order the Kraken is this month too. They're the 31st. So I thought they were in April for some reason. So that's another one too that we were interested in as well. I do like the crest and stuff that they have going on. That's another one that I need to really
Old Money side too. That's why I'm interested, mainly because we got so much endorsement from those guys, and I do, you know, you do put a little bit more faith in some endorsements and some people that you kind of align your views on other projects already. So of course, like, hey, they've been right in the past with things that I've liked or been in projects that I was already a part of, and it's like, oh, you like them too, or do we just become best friends? That's great. And I agree. So like I could see, and then the other one, they said Stags might kind of falter there, and the other one is the platypus one. So I think that's one. I don't know. Just to me, even when we first heard it before we got to talk to him, people hear that kind of off the bat, like, wait, they're buying, like, what is it? They're buying NFTs. They're then selling NFTs to buy apartments and rent them out to people. Like, it's just, I think people kind of will be not wanting to look into it because of that.
But that's one part of it, though. You don't.
I know.
That's what
I know. I'm just saying that. I think that's something that like may cause them. I just don't know.
I hear you.
I just don't know if there's enough money, like liquidity, this month with all the other mints going on, where people are ready to kind of take some mints jumps on something like that. Anything real estate, even just slide. So curious to see how it goes. Though we're never always right for sure. I mean, we've missed plenty of projects and picked the wrong projects all the time. As far as what we choose to mint with our own wallets.
Absolutely. I do agree, Toe Dipper. I think Cats and Goobles will randomly blow up. Once Goobles opens up their announcement to demo the game, I think obviously that's going to take off with then. And the same thing too with cats when they flesh out more of the plans of what they have going on. They did make an update the other day, so I did see the cats have a little bit of a run up to about 300 floor. That was the other day. I don't know what they're sitting at now, but I know they did go on a little run after their announcement. So I am curious to see what they have. It's 275 again now. It's not terrible, so that's still a good floor price in my opinion.
No, we're not looking at that, Tom. We're on safe for work. All right, we're not looking at naked. You're naked beyond citizens. Get out of here.
No, I did not see that, Tommy. Why didn't you tell us that? How did you see that? Aren't you on your honeymoon? What are you doing right now?
It's probably nap time. You know what I mean? He's had a couple cocktails, sunburn.
Yeah, a few Chardonnays. Let me pull up. What was he saying? I did not see that one.
But I'm very curious because, like Goombles, like you said, TJ, when they have that game kind of open up, it's like I was trying to just think to myself, not that I would, there was either way. I'm just saying in general for the space. Have we seen one where the game came out and it was so bad that it tanked the floor?
No,
I think we've seen it. We haven't. I don't.
No.
I think we've seen enough game development, or just like for real, like the fact. I don't think that that's happened because you mentioned, like I think so too. I think that they have the team and as well as just Farmer Nash behind it that they kind of are going to roll this out. They wouldn't put out something that would cause that kind of result. No. But I'm just saying in general, we're gonna, as we see more and more games kind of develop, and hopefully more people jump onto the blockchain to start developing, we're gonna someday see like a project where it's just like, what is this? I don't know.
We touched on this in the podcast, but people need to remember the game needs to be fun first. I don't care what your graphics look like. The game just needs to be fun. That is the main thing, and it needs replayability. Fun, and you need to be able to go back and play it again. You need to have the urge to go on there and play that game.
I mean, as far as graphics go these days, I mean, that was like a very weird stage of like 2010s kind of where everyone was like, all Transformers movies and things like that. And everyone's like, you see the special effects in that movie? It looks so realistic. Matrix 3 was awesome, whatever. And then now it's gotten much more into that. Like you see some of the top games. I mean, you still obviously have like your big AAA titles, but those indie games that even all the way down to pixel art, very simple, like 64-bit, pixel art, 128-bit even, where they can get that much more, even, looking at the Gophers here, like how detailed and cool and colorful their art looks, but it is still pixels. And how much you can accomplish I've been playing a game called Project Zomboid that is also right there, like on level with pixels. And it's so deep that I put a stupid amount of hours into it lately, especially when I was sick last weekend.
Yeah, it's fun.
Because of how much fun it is.
It's just
that good. Where we can see that. And the other one, that's a good, just touching back into that, the mobile side. You want to see it accessible by mobile would be great, but not as simple as we've seen some mobile games in the past. They just became like, oh, this is cool and it works and it's fun, but it is fun. Some of them are fun initially, but then they lose that, like, I don't want to go back on. Whereas, like you said, something like an Angry Birds, which obviously is a one in a however many chance, those become popular like that, but that one just took off, or like a Flappy Birds. Flappy Wings, Flappy Birds.
It was Flappy Birds, it was Flappy Birds, and like I remember people were selling like jailbroke iPhones if you had that game still.
Oh, they took it off. They took it off
the App Store. Yeah, and I actually still have it on my phone in the cloud.
I do too. I have it on my on an iPad.
So who wants to buy it? Hit me up. No, I did see that, Tommy. The clay monkeys with bourbon on Ordinal side. That is really cool. I'm gonna pull that up actually. I don't know if you've seen these, Tom. That Bourbon's been working on.
No, there's a whole bunch of Ordinal stuff that I've missed. Actually, a bunch of people have been jumping on doing things on there now. I'm still just trying to catch up on the Mallard side of it.
And they did change their name to Clayforce. We might have touched on that. I don't know if we brought it up officially on stream or podcast, but here's Clay. It is right here. Present this. I have so many tabs open right now, Tom. Yeah,
I missed that. Oh shit, yep. I missed that. Clayforce. Okay.
I think there is definitely a limited amount.
All right, I know we see a lot of apes and stuff. I like monkeys. I think they're cool.
Need to get.
I like these monkeys. I
do too. They're simple. I don't remember the number.
I like how these monkeys look.
Damn, I just saw this recently too. There wasn't. There's a small amount too. Sorry, boys. Or sorry, chat. Live researching right now. I don't remember exactly, but I did like that he's doing the cross chain stuff.
No rush.
You just feel antsy,
I wish I need a coconut drink now. We should have came theme for Tommy.
You for sure that we should have both got like the lays.
Yeah, for sure. Straw hat, sunglasses, gone all out.
Let me look in their Discord.
So wait, they have, and then what's the? And then they also have the that announcement as well, the egg.
Yeah, so let me put artifact drop, Satoshi Knots. It's called.
You're sharing Twitter still. There you go.
Son of a gun. Where the hell is it? I just pulled it up. Here we go. Sorry. This is something different now. We're just the eggs you're talking about. So 155 egg artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they're going to be ordinals too. So the ones where you combined and made your own unique clay force, I was going to say 8 or not, and then you take that unique one you made with an egg, and I'm not sure what it makes. It's a question mark here, so I'm very curious. Research away. Appreciate that, Ken.
Possible investors could be you.
We missed out, Tom. Error, got it. Coconut bras. That would have been funny. No, you interrupted. Tom's not feeling that one. Tom's not feeling it.
This is a family show, sir. Actually, I think we're technically 18 plus, so we can, say fuck if we want to.
We are. Yeah.
We've had a couple of guests come on and say that. They're just like, yeah, it's fucking stupid. Oh shit, can I say that? It's like, yeah,
yeah. Sure the fuck you want.
Not on TBS or something.
Yeah. We'll just bleep you out later.
Yeah, this is an NBC. Sure. Yeah, exactly. Or, yeah.
You put the
you did advertisers don't get upset.
What'd you do the one time? Epic Mealtime the chicken?
Yeah, what was that for though?
Ah, shit, I don't remember what that was for. That was funny though.
Can't remember. Yeah, but yeah, the chicken. I want, yeah, for sure, all day.
What's going on, chat?
Tom, that's what I was thinking, Jack. I mean, that's why I assume they're playing on, because they're astronauts. Space Force for sure. That's what I was thinking. For Clay Force reminds me of Space Force.
I know that show got canceled for 2 seasons, didn't it?
Oh, the Steve Carell one? I assume so.
I think it did. I didn't even watch the second season.
I was thinking like real Space Force, but yeah, that's like a real thing now. Get that?
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Wolves of Rome Battle Pass NFT. All right, Tom, you said that twice now, dude. Just all right. Pulling it up.
It's actually pretty big. I mean, I like their game a lot so far.
All right, let's pull this up here. Present. Sharing screen with this is so awful. Okay, Wolves of Rome announced NFT staking portal. Glorium in the game currency. Okay, let's pull this up. So there's a battle pass now. That's cool.
Which it makes sense, it's what they're trying to build. I'm assuming we're going to see a lot of these kind of things. That's especially for the gaming side. That's a proven market. That's something people will pay for if they're having fun playing it to get involved more. And especially if it does have some kind of perks. I mean, even some games as simple as you get the Christmas version of this character, that kind of thing.
It definitely gives more utility and incentive to own the NFT. I am curious though if you can have multiple NFTs staked in the staking portal. I don't know if this says it in here. I'm just pulling it up for the first time now, but very curious if you can. So let's say if I have the wolf and the liches that came out, I wonder if I could stake both of them in there already, or I have to choose one.
And I mean, also just the Glorium, as far as having like their token, makes a lot of sense too for what they're building. It's similar to like what we're going to see as far as or at least similar ideas as far as what we're seeing with Yummy, to have an in-game currency that you use to buy your cards there. And I can see the ideas there as far as working along, having a working website, working app where you can purchase within the app. You purchase their Dave & Buster's dollars, Dave & Buster's points, whatever, and it just feels like you're like doing in-game purchases and you're getting in-game items, when reality somewhere on the back end it's creating that wallet that is storing that for you, and it is all in the blockchain happening. You just don't have to know. It's all happening within the game world. I can really see that those we can see some use there. I'm excited about these a lot.
This actually is really cool. The first kind of gaming NFT in the space to kind of announce their battle pass. That's awesome. And it's live already. I just was noticing that, honestly. I wasn't paying attention to that part of it. So you can start staking and earning Glorium right now. And Tommy said that you can get your 7th Founders Pack will be purchased with the Glorium. So that's pretty cool. So you definitely want to get on there and
so you get a new currency. Okay. And the 7th Founders Pack, with the only way to get it is you purchase that.
It's not the Glorium?
Okay. No, that's what he's saying. You mint a battle pass and stake your Wolves of Rome, then earn a new currency. And the 7th Founder Pack will only be able to be purchased with this new currency.
Okay.
I mean, Tommy's also drunk, so But yeah, no, that's also fantastic. It's interesting to see, like, as far as the battle pass goes, that they're kind of coming out with like the first iteration and like how it's going to have utility or what it's actually going to provide.
Yeah.
So making it so it's an item to be staked that then gives you that in-game currency does kind of make sense. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I'm sure as we see the next season of it, season 2, season 3 come out, I'm sure they'll come up with more ideas and be able to implement more things depending on as the blockchain develops too. That's what also I get excited about, because we're still seeing new abilities as far as the actual blockchain goes and what they're actually able to do and capable of doing, even with the NFT side. There we go.
Yeah. So like 135 it's a good time to get in the liches. Yeah.
Yeah. I like these ones quite a bit.
Oh, this one's sick. 140. This one's cool as shit looking. I can pull it up. But no, yeah, you can buy these and stake these right now. That's a really cool feature they have there for the battle passes. I'm curious if other games are going to kind of follow suit now and offer battle passes. We've been saying that too, that NFTs is such a can easily go the battle pass route, right? Because it gives it instant utility when you throw that battle pass attached to it. Because we come from the gaming background, we used to get battle passes for everything. We try to get the skin, try to get the gun, or everything.
I usually was not as much into that side of things. I was much more content to just play the game. It really depends on the game and how much I get. Like when you guys did it for like Call of Duty Warzone, and you wanted, the cool German girl that with the dog or whatever, I'm making that up, but I just didn't care as much in that game. But there are games like we play Tarkov, and the single like package is $40. But yeah, I got like the whatever version of it. I don't know what it's at now, the Edge of Darkness. And so games like that I will definitely have paid more for.
Oh yeah, I bought almost every single Warzone battle pass when I was playing it, so I definitely got that. Did every PUBG one, and of course did the Edge of Darkness with you and Tarkov.
I never did for that. Yeah. I mean, we did for like Rocket League, but then they also have systems in there where you can kind of earn points as you play.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if the Wolves Room glitches. I thought it was. Is this still minting?
Sure of that.
I can confirm that right now. Let's see. Oh, it is. It's minting now. It just says it here.
There you go.
I don't think there's much left though, because I think it was at a 2,000 or 2,200.
They do them smaller groups because they're doing, I think 4 total.
Is that what it is? 4?
It's a decent. They have like 4, I think, different drops. Yeah,
I think so. No, I agree, Oside. It definitely should be sold out. It's very, very underrated. It is a very fun game, honestly. If you guys have not played it, it is free to play. You do not need to own an NFT to even try this game out. It's fun. Tommy and I have played quite a bit. Haven't played in a few weeks, but we've played a lot, honestly. So that's
just where I'd like to see a little bit. That's, I think, why they're not sold out, is because like you can play for free, which I think is the right thing to do. But I just think there needs to be a little bit more that the card or the NFT actually allows or grants within the game at the moment, or just a little bit more purpose. I know now you're getting these staking capabilities, you start buying coins and stuff, but it's just, I think there's a little disconnect with people like, oh, I want to mint this because it looks cool, but wait, I don't need it, so wait, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
I just think that's kind of partially why. I'm not sure what the actual plan is there. That's, not for me to say, but I think that if I were to have to like say one portion of it, I'm sure it's more complex as well. That just see that being something that holds people back.
My only gripe, Mangy says, it looks exactly like Gods on Chain on ETH. I've never seen Gods on Chain, so I'm very curious to see what you're talking about. I'm gonna look it up afterwards. So that are they a card game too, on just on the ETH side, or is there a different game and it looks like that? Yeah, one of the best games out right now. I agree. It's one of the best working games out right now for sure. Definitely go and play that. With 3D files. And I think it's because there aren't enough gamers in crypto. I don't know. I mean, you may be right with that. Maybe they're more the investors in crypto. That's probably what it is.
Oh, I would say that there's a lot of gamers, or like that would have called themselves gamers. Maybe we talked to almost everyone we talked to at some point had their like run their gaming arc. But I think a lot of the gamers now take their gaming time that they used to spend doing this kind of thing. You know, as we get, you know, somewhat of an older community as well. I think we've seen polls recently that have had people say like what their average age is and stuff. You know, again, to our age, TJ, where they only have so much limited time to spend on their kind of like extra activities. And I think a lot of them would have been gaming when they were 23 and now they're 28, 32, and they're not gaming as much. They're doing this kind of thing.
I mean, all it takes too in the crypto side, NFT side, is one of those big name streamers to kind of attach themselves to one of the blockchains or a project, and that will literally help push NFT gaming forward. I think across the board, you get, for example, if anyone in chat knows, like a Nick Merckx or a Shroud or a Tim the Tatman or Doctor's Respect, to cement their name, which Doctor's Respect did kind of talk about that, but I'll talk about it a little bit. If they attach themselves to an NFT project or just a blockchain in general, I think that'll help push the space forward to really show the use case and utility that NFTs, or the potential that NFTs can have with gaming.
And I will say, I think, you know, that as many, just based on the people, you know, the projects we've talked to, we've always been something we've been able to kind of connect on. We were gamers, they play games, how much time this takes up now. Kind of always a topic we end up getting into with everyone we speak with. So the people that did kind of convert to the side, Web3, whether it's in crypto in general or NFT side, more specifically, I think that we are accepting of NFTs and the crypto and the blockchain, and may have gamed even some more than, especially some more than others. I know we had our runs, TJ, but that the gaming community, the ones that stayed there are not as, they just want nothing to do with it. They don't really see it as like, I don't care and I don't want anything to do with it, or those guys are weird nerds, or whatever the case may be.
Well, I did want to pull this up, Tom. Did you read it that day? I sent it like a few weeks or a week or two ago. So
I think that's cool too.
I don't know if chat, if you saw this. So basically he was saying is, imagine trying to extract an item worth $100,000 on chain. The entertainment value, I agree, would be crazy, and there would be a new PvP experience that, again, so this right here would bring a new crowd of people to crypto and the blockchains in general. If this right here, I didn't even think about that.
Months wanted this because this is what he wanted Tarkov to be. He wanted it to be where if you extracted, you could like sell items for cash. You could get out and sell things for cash. And that's essentially what he's saying. He's saying like, you know, if everything in Tarkov, where it's a, you know, you go in and you can kill people and loot them and take their stuff, and if they die, they don't get to keep it. It's gone now.
Right.
So in that case, where then you get out with, like he's saying, an item that's worth $100,000 for real. I mean,
exactly.
You know, our buddy wanted it not specifically for the cash money, but because of just he wanted the high. He wanted the pink mist, and he was chasing that high of like, can you imagine just
trying to
going through a multiplayer game, taking fire, trying to get out, and you have $100,000 on the line?
That'd be intense.
That's what I need. Yeah,
that'd be so fun.
That's like a problem. That's like when you start people hearing like they're adrenaline junkies or something. Like you do that once, and that's like, you know, gambling addiction. Like that, playing regular video games isn't going to be the same anymore. So you're going to need $100,000 on the line. You're going to be like craving that. You know what I mean? You're going to need that again, that rush, because that's going to be awesome. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you could easily do that. Even like take even like a FIFA or a Madden, like their Ultimate Team stuff. You can even just have like, okay, I pulled I don't know, who am I pulling here? Tom Brady, when he's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? You pull his card for your team, and you could sell that for $100,000. I'm just throwing that number out there because it's there. But essentially, that's how the NFT would work with the gaming side. You pull that rare within the game, you're giving it so much more value, even outside of the shooter stuff.
I mean, especially something like that. I think they have to develop that game.
Yeah.
And that's where we're seeing the card games come in, where you can get these, like, you see it on even in packs on Counter-Strike, where people will play Counter-Strike. You get a pack, you pay money to open the packs. You open a pack, you get one of the special AKs.
Yeah.
You may have spent $100 on packs, but one gun could be worth $160, $150. And so you're just like making money. I mean, it's almost within game gambling, but you have that built within the system to make that kind of money already within those. So now it's just true ownership on the blockchain.
Yep. Actually, Tommy, Hash, and Osai, we actually talked about this, Tom and I, before our podcast about the hacker side of that. I was saying if something that high in monetary value was brought out of the game, they would have to look at how it was obtained. So let's say if it was obtained legit, you get to keep it. If you did not obtain it in a legit manner, you could kind of do what Aeonium Sky did, void that whole NFT. You keep the blockchain or that source open, so you can kind of make ensure that it's not going to be taken from a hacker. You have to, they kind of can check to see how it was, they got it. So I think that would help a lot. That's gonna make KYC divorce. So yeah, I think KYC from the sites too, but I think if they're able to see exactly how you got that, then they would be able to verify and confirm that, okay, you got it, it's yours. Now you can go ahead and do whatever you want with it. You can keep it, you could sell it. I think that would help the hacker side of that. Don't tell people I'm an Aeon Void piece. You bought that?
I think, yeah, I think even some, like we were talking about that, that'll be like go down, you know, in history someday if those continue to go on, you know, legend status. Wait, that's one. Wait, we got one of those coming up. One sec.
No, it just happened. We missed it.
Oh my God, are you serious?
We just missed it. It was this past weekend. Yeah, they were talking in chat about it. I'm pretty sure we missed it.
See, I need to write this down better. I put in alarms to go off and then like reminders, then they go off. And I don't have anything written down, so I do it really fast. And I'm just like,
yep,
don't know what this is for, but something's mitten right now.
It was March 10th.
You gotta be kidding me.
I know. I saw someone. Yep, it's over. I'm gonna pull up the void piece actually. What block was that? That was very early on. That the bots got to it before the event even started. I wonder if they took it off the verified collection, probably. You're lost, Hash Chat. Let's pull this over here. Is that the basement girl alarm, Tom?
Basement girl?
I don't know, your alarm for your medicine?
No, it's not that. I use the, you know this, I use the Circle of Life from Lion King.
Any other projects you guys want us to take a look at or you guys want to share with us? We are open to take a peek at them. Let me pull this up. Hey, share the oh, you don't have it. Ken, can you share the voided one? I want to see what it looks like again, or what block it was. I'm very curious to see that. Raccoon Syndicate's up to 200 now. That's good.
I'm very much looking forward to the next stages of their project.
Actually, Ken, if you can shoot me a Discord message, because I can't pull it up that way, it'll make me blast it on screen. Shout out to Cowboys of Crypto in the chat. What's going on, dude? No. No, it wouldn't be that. It'd be the voided one.
Yeah, I am curious about that as well. I just wanted to see kind of what their floor was at and stuff. If you're able to pull it up, I could try and pull it up here.
Yeah.
Cowboys. Oh, hey, you know, maybe a little bit early. What you guys doing? Take a look. Aeonium Sky the Void floor 390.
Share your screen if you can.
I'll send you the link. Here we go.
So this is something they definitely could do
if they still can maintain that access.
I would hope or would think if you're going to have an item worth that kind of value, that they would have to keep some kind of insurance on that as far as how they would stop people from cheating. Because you're right, there's a lot of hackers in the games, all games today, really, especially shooters. Just to get the win. Imagine if money was on the line, there'd definitely be a ton of them trying to get stuff like that. So,
well, there's already the hackers, like we see, like you said, in games all the time, especially in something like a Tarkov, where there is money involved, where people sell items secondhand. World of Warcraft, people run bots and like scripts and stuff to get things like so they can just farm stuff all day. When you're putting that kind of money on the line, we're talking some of the NFT money, they could get real hacker, they're just like they would just go crazy, really. They would just we've seen it before. It's something that they'd really have to be prepared for, because the amount of like people that would just not play and not want to then get into it because it's just so full of hackers, and that's all you'd end up running into. It just wouldn't be fun.
Oh, 100%. All right, Tom, ready to wrap it up on the back end here?
It's probably about that time. Yeah.
All right, chat. Thanks for hanging out, Tommy. Enjoy your drinks in the pool. We will see you guys on Friday, and then we will see you guys on Monday with two special guests actually now. Have a good night, everybody.
On Monday? What? Friday.
Friday. We do. Oh, we do have a guest. That's right. We do. Shout out to the guest this week. I forgot. Yeah, absolutely.
I think they showed a little bit early tonight, but they'll hang out until then.
I gotta reach back out to them. A good call. All right, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. See you on the next one.